deep, deep.
So what sent me and spiraled me into a state of complete paralysis for the first 3 months of my diagnosis? And the most simplest answer I can offer is a small, poisonous challenging that occurs inside of the soul that makes you believe that somehow you are now not worthy. That you are no longer worthy of the love that you always thought that you were going to have. That you're no longer worried of accolades or successes, or that somehow you are a failure and you're a disappointment. And all of the things that you work to accomplish somehow no longer matter because there is this blemish, this scar that shall never go away. That notion, that belief that most people have at the side of their diagnosis is stigma. For me, stigma is the identifying of a deficit that does not exist and that merely exists in the internalized oppressive parts of your mind. And for me, that's where trying to unlearn my stigma has been at the root of, is unlearning the internalized oppression about being Black. And what does that mean? About being a Latino, and what does that mean? About being poor, about being a gay man and having been raised Christian. What does that mean? What does the intersection of all those identities say about who I am? And now, on top of all of the oppression and elements of subjugation that I've had to endure, am enduring, and will endure as a Black, brown, queer man in America, what does that now mean? That I not only have to contend with that, but I have to exist now with a virus that most people see as a condemnation for the rest of my life. And you expect me to understand that at 24 years old. And you expect young queer, non-queer women, men, boys, girls. You expect people to endure such self-interrogation, and in some cases, self-prosecution. You expect them to endure that and to somehow still find a iota of resiliency and stamina and recovery. And not only do you ask them to recover, but you ask them to thrive. You want them to still go to school and go to work. You challenge them to still find love and to allow themselves to love and be loved. That is a hefty proposition from someone trying to unpack and release and surrender so much trauma that occurs at the site of a diagnosis.